Hello, my name is Ravindra Singh. In this video, I'm going to talk about DHCP snooping. Before we move for the DHCP snooping, let's take a look at the DHCP. DHCP stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. So, there is a concept of client and server. So, after completing the DORA process, clients will get an IP address from the DHCP server. DORA stands for Discover, Offer, Request, and Acknowledgement. On a large scale of network, we will probably find a centralized DHCP server. As we can see in this scenario, we have a legitimate DHCP server which will provide the IP address to clients. If an attacker runs a DHCP server in the same subnet, he will probably respond faster to the DHCP discover message of the client. If this succeeds, he might assign the client with its own IP address as the default gateway for a man-in-the-middle attack. When the client sends discover broadcast message, attacker sends DHCP offer with illegitimate address, and the client will accept this illegitimate address with DHCP request. So the attacker responds with a DHCP acknowledgement. Your legitimate DHCP server sends a legitimate DHCP offer too late. So you will get the IP address from the attacker PC. So how can we mitigate this problem? We can mitigate this problem by using the DHCP snooping. To configure the DHCP snooping, we will make a port trusted wherever the DHCP server is connected. So the trusted port can only forward DHCP request and acknowledgements. Rest of the ports will become untrusted, so that untrusted port can only forward DHCP requests. Whenever we will enable DHCP snooping on a switch, the switch will build a table that maps a client MAC address, IP address, VLAN, and port ID. So let's go for the practical part. As we can see in this scenario, we have a DHCP server as well as a legitimate DHCP server. So let's go to the DHCP server. Let me show you the IP address. So here we can see we have configured the IP address, which is 192.168.1.254. And I'm going to create a pool which is DHCP pool. I'm going to define the network. Let's reserve some IP addresses for other purpose. So here I'm going to configure only the IP address so that the DHCP server can only provide the IP address from 1 to 127. So let me exclude rest of the IP addresses by using the command IP DHCP excluded address 192.168.1.128 to 192.168.1.254. Next, go to the client. We will probably get an IP address from 1 to 127. So as we can see, now we got the IP address 192.168.1.1. Let's go to the DHCP server and verify. As we can see, this IP address has given to someone. Now let's go to the rogue DHCP server or illegitimate DHCP server or your attacker PC and configure another DHCP pool. So as we can see, we have configured an IP address over there which is 190.168.1.253. So before configuring the pool, let's reserve some IP address so that rogue DHCP server can only provide the IP address from 128 to 252. I am doing the 252, it is just because 253 has configured over there and 254 has configured in the DHCP server. IP DHCP excluded address So let's verify. Let's go to again to the client PC. Shut down. And no shutdown. So as we can see, we got the IP address 192.168.1.128 which is given by the rogue DHCP server. So how can we mitigate this problem so that only the legitimate DHCP server can give the IP address? By using the DHCP snooping. So let's configure the DHCP snooping on a switch. So let's verify the VLAN. So right now we have all ports which are belonging to the default VLAN, which is the VLAN 1. So let's configure the DHCP snooping over here. So first I'm going to enable DHCP snooping globally. And then no IP DHCP snooping information option. So this command will disable option 82. Next I'm going to define the VLAN number. Then I'm going to make the port which is gig0/0 as a trusted one. If you want to verify DHCP snooping, the command is show IP DHCP snooping. So here we can see the DHCP snooping has been enabled. This is enabled for VLAN 1 and on gig 0/0, which is the trusted one. Again, let's go to the client and let's verify that from where you are getting the IP address. Shut down this port. And no shutdown. So we should get an IP address from 1 to 127. So as we can see now, we got the IP address from legitimate DHCP server. Thank you for viewing.